making sure that human dignity can be preserved, as Congressman Lewis so well alluded to, previous battles for human rights and civil liberties and human dignity. I sit on the Foreign Affairs Committee, so I'm on the Foreign Relations Committee, so I'm very aware of this issue, and I see so many familiar faces in the audience that I've seen at several hearings that we've had, where every chance I get, every opportunity I have, I try to raise awareness of this issue, because first and foremost, we need to let at least our partners down Pennsylvania Avenue in the executive branch in President Obama's administration know what is the will of Congress, what is the message from Congress, and that is that the United States must ensure that Iraq keep its commitments to the residents of Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty and make sure their dignity, their human rights, and their civil liberties are preserved. That's the key message. And the way we do that, there's many ways, that Congressman Lewis alluded to some of them, is keeping the pressure on and making sure that we speak out and that we know that any other path forward is unacceptable for all the reasons that you all are aware about, because of what's going on in Iran, because of the dangers that Iran poses to the world, to U.S. national security interests, to mankind, really, and certainly to the residents of Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty. So because we know so well the nature and character of those regimes, we are going to do everything possible and keep fighting, keep standing by your side as we go forward until this issue is resolved. And resolved in a way, again, that ensures that Iraq, the government of Iraq, continues to move forward in fulfilling its commitments to the residents of Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty. Until that happens, we will not cease. So thank you so much for your advocacy here today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the tireless work that you are doing to move us toward that day when Iran will again be free and will again resume its rightful place as one of the great civilizations in the history of mankind. It was Winston Churchill who told us that a state of society where men may not speak their minds, where children turn their parents into the police, where a shopkeeper can ruin his competition by telling tales of their political views, such a society as this cannot long endure when it is brought into contact with the healthy outside world. The first message I want to convey is that the healthy outside world is watching events very closely as they develop in Iran and in the region. The American people and the people of the world stand behind the rightful aspirations of the people of Iran, and that day of liberation is inevitable. We expect the government of the United States to take its rightful role and moral leadership in support of the freedom fighters of Iran, in support of the refugees at Camp Liberty and Camp Ashraf, and to do everything within the power of the United States to assure that those forces are well provisioned and have the moral support that can be led by the United States government. This government is falling short of that responsibility. We must all insist that it do better. The other observation I would offer is to the government of Iraq. The people of the United States are watching. Because of your efforts, the situation in Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty are becoming better and better known to the American people. And the Iraqi government's indifference, indeed complicity in the unacceptable conditions there is now costing them serious support among the American people and within the House of Representatives. Those are the two messages that I would like to convey today, and to thank you again for all of the work that you are doing in the cause of liberty and justice in this country, in Iran, and around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here and standing with you. I got notification kind of late because there were so many conflicts on my schedule, but this is something I just felt I had to do. Right now we are battling our own State Department. We know the rightness of, enough of us in Congress know the rightness of your cause. We are working to see that the MEK is delisted and done quickly and forcibly. Our own State Department's thinking on this is muddled and unclear and mincing and weak, and we'd like to correct that. And we'd like to correct it before what I hope will be a big correction in November. But, and indeed they should. Part of our job is to shed the light on what's happening in Iran, what's happening in Iraq, what's happening in Camp Liberty, the injustices that are being done, and maybe the light of day will help correct this situation. Today is another day on the Iranian sanctions front. There will be important votes, I think, maybe later today, and I'm pleased that to be a part of this. One section of the bill will find a legal way to seize over $2 billion in Iranian assets that have been frozen in a U.S. bank. I think that will pass with a great deal of bipartisan support, and it's the right thing to do. We will continue to work on the cause of liberty and what is just. Your stand, your involvement, your dedication is absolutely essential to this. And for that, I praise you and God bless you. I have to run. Thank you.